Tim, the handsome liberal. Happy Monday to you folks. This is a short week. Thanksgiving is upon us yet again. Does it feel like you're getting too old? Is it starting to feel like these days blend in together? I mean, damn, yet another Thanksgiving. For me, this will be my 53rd Thanksgiving. Obviously, a few of them I don't remember, but this will be my 53rd Thanksgiving on Earth. But does it appear as if they're coming, these days are starting to roll all into one? Like, wow. Well, we're going to get into the topics. Today I'm going to play the role of a whipping boy. And I'm going to be accepting criticism. I want to find out from you folks. What do you think of the program? Where am I going wrong? And I'm going to open myself up to be a whipping boy. So I'm going to be taking a lot of abuse today. Hopefully I get a fair bit of my beloved MAGA on here because MAGA's opinion matters as well. You know I am always MAGA friendly, been that way from day one and always will be. Nevertheless, there are MAGA that are critical of the program. And today we're going to get down to the nitty gritty and open up the floodgates for them to tell me why. And I'll get into that. But before I get into taking upon criticism, primarily from MAGA, but there's going to be likely no shortage of liberals that are going to come after my ass as well. But I'm going to open the gates up to that. But before we get into that, the first topic is going to be, why did Trump win? Why is Donald J number 47 as opposed to, let's say, Kamala Harris or someone else? Now, I'm asking that as a question. I'm not presenting that from a standpoint of a know-it-all. I'm asking you folks, how did Trump pull it off again? I'm going to go down a laundry list of issues that some would suggest are reasons why he should not have won. And at the end of this all, I want you folks to tell me, why did he still emerge victorious? Obviously, he has a host of criminal charges. He was indicted damn near 90 times, convicted 34 at least, 34 felonies. But that's not the only reason why I'm asking, why did he win? I want you to tell me, how did he survive all of this shit? Number two, in addition to all the criminal issues, even MAGA often state that, look, I don't like Trump as a person, but I like his policies. So we got to assume that there is an admission that he possesses bad character, that he is a flawed character. And I know that some of you folks, that don't make one damn bit of a difference, but I do want to run all of these things down because I'm asking, why did Trump emerge victorious a second time? So we talked about the fact that he has a hell of a lot of, past tense, he had a hell of a lot of criminal issues hovering around him. Now that he's president, that stuff's all going away. Jack Smith's dropping the charges, etc., etc. But he had a host of criminal charges orbiting around him, actual convictions, 34 felonies, bad character. I like the guy, but I don't like the policies. Very popular saying. There's no denying he's a womanizer. We know that. Several baby mamas, cases of infidelity, multiple divorces. He is indeed, despite the claim of fuck your feelings and I could go for some mean tweets and $2 gas, he is very thin-skinned, despite Trump and many Trump supporters suggesting that if you want a decent economy and you want a decent direction for America, you should be thick-skinned. You should not vote based on your emotions. Well, Trump is very thin-skinned. In addition to that, he is non-Christian. How the hell did that happen? He's not even Christian. Yet he is, for a second time, holding down the nation's highest office. And last but not least, when you look at John McCain, the late John McCain, folks like Bernie Sanders and even Joe Biden himself, they all were criticized for being old, too old for the job. Trump is actually older than all of them. When Trump takes the reins in January, he will be the oldest president to assume the role in United States history. So I'm asking, with all of those things pointing at him, how did he win? How did he still emerge victorious? I want to discuss that. If you want to tackle and toss Kamala Harris aside, we can do that. Maybe she's the reason he won. Maybe it's liberal policies. Who knows? But I want to hear from you folks. How did he win, considering multiple indictments, 34 felonies, flawed character, a womanizer, very thin-skinned? He is not a Christian by his own admission, and he's very old. Yet he won. We're going to talk about that. Now, before I go to the box and to the comments section, this is the show. You ever wanted to tell the host he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about? Perhaps the host is full of shit. Today is your day. Now, I'm going to primarily hear from MAGA. Buckeye 404, yeah! Appreciate the hat mustache. Thank you, Buckeye. Primarily, MAGA is where we're targeting today. I do want to hear from some liberals as well, because I'm not doing everything right according to some of the liberal views as well. But this is the hour, we're going to be critical of the host. I'm asking, first of all, I would like to get some advice. What would be your opinion on making the show more entertaining, making it, giving a more genuine and authentic feel? But I want to know what the hell I'm getting wrong. When you hear something being said, and your mindset is, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. I want to hear that. I want to know what that is. We can go back and forth. We can spar about it. But I'm going to give you plenty of time. It's all about free speech here. You know how the program is ran. So those are our two topics. Why did Trump emerge victorious? And open criticism on yours truly on how to present more of an entertaining product, more of a genuine, authentic product, and fact-based. That's what we're talking about. So looking straight into the box, we'll go straight to Country Hound Dog. Good afternoon, Country. Welcome to the program. Make sure I get the volume up. Can you hear me there, Country Hound Dog?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good to have you on. So first of all, we're talking about how the hell did Trump pull it off again with so many character flaws?
Well, character faults is one thing, but when it comes to policy, bottom line, all Kamala had was word salad. And that's all it ever was word salad. And if you look at her record, and she was saying that, she said on multiple occasions, she's not going to change a thing of what Joe Biden was doing.
She did.
And people were just tired of going down that path. And they said, hey, we're going to go back to Trump because we like his policies better. So I think bottom line, that's all it was.
So it's simple. It's not necessarily that Trump was that great. It's just that he was a lesser of two evils.
Well, as I have often said myself, when I vote for the lesser of the two evils.
But what happened to the other 9 candidates? Everybody from Vivek to Tim Scott to Chris Christie to Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley. Is he better than all of them too?
I think he is better than all of them, and I think the vast majority of conservatives out there realized what they were going to be up against was because Kamala is actually East Indian. She is not African American. She is East Indian.
Okay.
And that was a big misinformation that got put out there. I think a vast majority knew that we were going to get put up against, and racism was going to get thrown into the race, and and when it comes down to it, honestly, Trump was the best pick because when it comes down to policies and putting America first, Trump has always done that. Trump has always put America first. And yes, anytime, when it comes down to it, if a president is putting America first, they're going to have a portfolio, and that portfolio is going to grow. That, they are going to benefit from America being first, and that's what Trump did.
Now, when you say, hold on. When you say Kamala Harris is East Indian, what is that based on? She was born in California.
It doesn't matter. I'm saying that everybody was saying she was African American, but she wasn't.
No, she was not. True.
Her genetics, her race, she can't. Her family, they're from East India.
Okay.
She is from East Indian descent. She's not African American.
Okay,
And
I get the claim. Hold on. I get the
even
claim.
on the liberal side, a lot of people said that they're tired of hearing the lies of things like that and hearing race getting injected into politics.
But hold on. So they're tired of hearing race get injected into politics. Weren't we just talking about Barack Obama being born in Kenya and he wasn't black as well?
Barack Obama is actually half black. His mom was white.
Isn't everybody have something else?
Well, I've said it before. I'm an American-bred mutt. I've got about 3 or 4 different races in me.
So that's
I'm an American-bred mutt. That's what I am.
But that's the point I'm trying to make. Why is that only coming up when it's people of color? I mean, every white guy that runs for office have something else too.
The only people I hear really that like to inject race into things mostly are Democrats. And if you ever notice, Democrats are the ones that are always quick to put a moniker on everybody. African American, Chinese American, Native American, Indian American, so on. If you go over to the conservative side, all you're going to hear us say is, hey, look, you're an American. You're born in America, you're an American.
Do you really believe that after years of Trump being the one claiming Obama was born in Kenya? You really believe that's only happening on the Democratic side?
The only thing, when it comes, yes, I agree, is the bulk of that is on the Democratic side, and very little is on the conservative side of it. But with Barack Obama, what a lot of people don't realize, he was born on American soil. Okay, he was born on a military base that was run by the U.S. at the time.
So what's your point?
That was American soil, and he was made an American citizen, not an African national. So therefore, yes, Barack was allowed to run, and that was why.
So was he born in Kenya?
Born in Kenya, but we had a base there. And that was the whole thing of it.
So you're saying Obama was not born in Hawaii, which is what most Americans think. You're saying he was actually born in Africa.
My understanding, I spoke with some friends of mine. Yes, he was born in Kenya. Yes, we had a military base there.
And the evidence, where's the evidence of this?
So, the 371st Schwabisch, Germany. 375th Schwabisch, Germany.
Okay, you're the first I've ever heard say this. And by the way, Trump finally came out and said Obama was born in America. So based on what you're saying, then that means eventually Trump lied about it. Because Trump did eventually say Barack Obama was born in America, period. Let's get back to making America great. So you're saying he lied?
Like when I was in Italy, if I would have had a child and that child was born at the hospital on the military base, then that child is born on American soil.
Yeah, but his birth certificate says Hawaii. His birth certificate says he was born in Hawaii, not Kenya.
I don't know about that. I know the people I've talked to, and I mean, honestly, there's no reason for him to lie about it. Barack has came and went.
What was the reason for Obama to lie about it?
That I couldn't tell you. Honestly, though, a lot of people were after him over his birth certificate because they just didn't want him in. But I'll be honest with you, Barack was a good president. I didn't agree with all his policies. He was good, except I just don't think he put America first enough.
Okay.
That's my only criticism of him. I think he could have put America first a lot more than he did.
How so?
Just in a lot of his policies, giving up a lot of things, trade embargoes that he gave up, and stuff like that. Our economy, now he did secure the border. He did start the border securement, and I agreed with that. But with some of the trade embargoes, we saw some of our highest inflation under Obama.
I thought when Trump took over, you didn't see any improvements on the economy from the time Obama took it over from Bush to the time he handed it to Trump. You don't think Obama did a good job on the economy?
I think he could have done better putting America first over other countries. Okay,
What was
that's
he?
what I think. Now,
Other,
his economy, what Obama's economy was doing good, and one of the biggest reasons it was doing good was he started the securement on the border. And as you know, we've talked about it before. He had it down to almost zero when Trump came in, continued it to where it was almost a flat line zero of illegal crossings. Now, when you don't have millions of illegal immigrants coming in, then there is less inflation going to happen.
it's interesting.
Therefore, prices stay down.
It's very interesting. You're admitting that he was doing a good job on the border because I recall hearing during that time that he was for open borders.
The cabinet was for open borders. The main Democrats like Pelosi, Schumer, Bernie Sanders, they were for open borders.
Doesn't matter what
And
they
you
for.
heard them go on the news and say it. And even some of the Republicans were saying it because the Republicans bucked against Obama. How many times did you see Republicans buck against Obama? But then when you've seen a Republican office, you see the same thing come from the Democrat side.
Okay, we disagree on a lot of that, but before I move it on, I just want to ask you. This is the bone to pick hour. When you watch the show, you've been here for a while. What the hell am I getting wrong? If you had a criticism to throw at me, what might that be? You know, whether we're talking about a fact-based program, more more authenticity, the effort to make it more genuine. What might you recommend? Or do you just think I'm simply full of shit entirely? Big dog, appreciate the hat and mustache. Yeah, thank you. What would be your take on that?
I have really against you. I have no criticism against you.
Wow.
You are as fair as possible. I mean, that's all you can be. You do push back against both sides. You're as fair as you can be. The only time I ever had an issue, and it plagued at me for about 3 days till I came back online, and the issue I had was actually with Moon and Tuxedo Cat because of how he said something. And it was just the way he said it. It really did come out racist. And it chafed my fur the wrong way. But me and Boo, we had it out. Your audience decided the winner. And that was it. That was the one and only time I ever had something against your show. And that was it.
Wow.
You are as fair as you can be to everybody.
Thank you. I'm curious as to what you guys were talking. I don't remember that particular program, but I'm curious because
it was the words. It was the words he was using to describe people, and it was just, and he wasn't thinking about it. And the words he was using to describe people, and the people he was actually describing black people in America. But it was just the words he was using were terms that are used are racist terms.
Oh.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to say this and say this right. Okay, they were racist terms, and honestly, I just don't think he realized how it was come across. Because Moo, it seemed out of character for him to say words like that, and like I said, I stewed on it for about 3 days before I finally came back in and said something.
Okay.
But like I said, I don't think he did it intentionally, but it was just the words he was using about black Americans. They were racist words, and the way he was describing them was a very racist tone. And that's all it was.
Okay, fair enough. Well, fair enough. I can't speak on that because I don't remember it, and Moo doesn't really come to the program as much anymore, so that's going back a bit. But Country, thank you for coming through. Thank you for giving me your honest, sincere opinion. As always, my door is always open to you.
I appreciate it. You take care, okay?
You too. Thank you.
Like I said, yes, Obama was born on American soil, and that's what people do need to remember.
I wish you could have told that to Trump back in the day. I don't know why. I don't know. In my opinion, I have no clue why it ever came up. Why? I mean, by the way, they did that to Nimrata, Nikki Haley. They started doing that to her too, saying that she too was not American and she was Indian. I don't know why when people of color run for office, all of a sudden they start saying they're everything but American. They were also doing it to Vivek Ramaswamy a little bit. But if you're a person of color and you run for the nation's highest office, they start indicating that you're not born in the country or you're not fully American. I don't know why they do that.
Well, one reason only. It's easier to discredit somebody in order to beat them than it is to give them credit and beat them fair. That goes on both sides. That goes on both sides. But let me ask you this. If Democrats were really so fair about equal opportunity, why didn't they want to vote for, when McCain and Sarah Palin ran, why didn't they want Sarah Palin to be the first female vice president?
She wasn't a Democrat.
Ask Democrats that.
She wasn't a Democrat.
Democrats that. But directly ask that to Democrats why they didn't want Sarah Palin being the first female vice president if they're all about being fair.
Well, she's the opposition. I mean, has there ever been a Democrat vice president or president that the Republicans said, yeah, we want this person? I mean, she was the opposition. They're not going to want her. I don't care if she was perfect. She's the opposition.
Well, and that's fair enough. That's fair enough. But like I said, do ask Democrats that and see what else they say. Just see what else they say, because I'm curious to know.
All right, fair enough.
And then tag me with a video.
Appreciate it. Thanks for coming through. All right,
I'll see you around.
All right, moving on with the program. I'm having some serious trouble with my stream on YouTube, so I don't know what the hell's going on with YouTube. I may have to reset the YouTube stream, but let me go back to the box on TikTok. Democrats for Trump followed the live. Appreciate that, Democrats for Trump. I wonder how many Democrats voted for Trump. Alter Ego, yeah! Appreciate the hat and mustaches. Thank you, Alter Ego. Opening up the door for criticism. I may have to reset the YouTube live because I can't see your comments. That is the problem I'm having. I cannot see your comments, so I don't know what's going on my YouTube side. And if that's the case, I may have to reset it. So YouTube, I'm gonna reset that, but I'm going to go ahead and take the next caller. Miles to go. Good evening. Welcome to the program, Miles to go.